Hello, classmate and professor. My name is Linda Timeshe. I'm going to do my presentation. I'm a student at Grand Canyon University. My current class is CYB-505. I'm a master's student in cybersecurity. I'm going to do my presentation on data. The data address, use, and transit. Data address is data that is stored. That is, you can store your data in an application, in a software application, or in a saver. That is data that is at rest. Those data does not move, does not do, like, you are not sending any message to somebody, you are not sending any message to you are not sending any data to anybody, so it's just there saved. And and with that data, it is more safe than data that is in transit. Data that is in use is data that is being proceed that is being updated, that users are currently working on. For example, if for example now I have a project that I'm about to do, and we are working on that project, and I need to communicate, and we need to be talking. That is data that is in use, that we are using that data. It is not laying there, it is not just staying there, it's not just staying there, but we are using that data to do one or two things. Whereas data that is in transit is data that moves from one location of one network, from one device to another. It moves to, we can see, like, this include emails, platforms like Microsoft Teams. We also see, like, communication centers, like like WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp to send message to one person to another, and with that means the data is less secured. So I'm going to talk about how to protect data. How to protect data. I will start by saying how to protect data in use. First thing is to do is data in use. First thing is to do is to check that your software is up to date. Make sure that software is up to date. You provide antivirus. You provide software. You make sure that your firewall is installed. You implement data-less permission software, prevention software. Then I'm also going to talk on how to prevent data at rest. With data at rest, we make sure that we use of security software, install firewall. We need to encrypt our data. We need to encrypt our data. Make sure that only those that have permission, we make sure that we encrypt the data, so that not everybody can just get the main content of our data without, maybe the person doesn't have permission to that. So we need to encrypt it in that application. We need to encrypt it in that device that is being given permission only to those that deserve the permission. We are going to also talk on how to protect data in transit. We need to determine the critical asset and their vulnerabilities, define the organization data security framework. We need to also implement the required technologies and proceed to safeguard your data in transit. Um, Concerning we're also going to talk about changes, changes in data. So we are going to talk in use. We'll start by in use. There are two main components. There are two main components to data security. One in use. The first is to restrict so much as possible. Not everyone in your organization have the permission to get into that data. We're also going to talk about data in motion. We need to make sure the confidentiality of the message and the attachment is to send them through an easy to use encryption. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. That is my own presentation.